your 50th wedding anniversary. All the kids want to give you a big thank you, and we wanted to involve all your friends to also congratulate you on this big day. So coming up, you're going to hear lots of comments, lots of thoughts, and lots of good greetings to you from people you know. Have a good day. Happy 50th.
Hi, Tony and Nancy. It's Carol Abbott. How lucky was I to marry into the Abbott family and get the Stevens clan as a bonus. You have been wonderful friends through the years. Although we live hundreds of miles apart, summers at the lake were always a special time together. After Ed died, your love and support was always there, and I knew that I could turn to you whatever the mini crisis. Love you both. Happy anniversary.
Nancy and Tony, it's Rob Collins. Congratulations on getting to the big 5-0. I'll never reach it. But Carla did ask that people tell stories or whatnot. I thought I would share with you the fact that 30 years later, my kids still talk about the time we spent a week at Menaki Lodge, and you were kind enough to take us out to your place, and they spent the day learning how not to sailboard as best as I can recall. I think they finally mastered it a little bit, but it was one of the highlights of that summer for them, and they still remember it. So anyway, all the best, and I won't wish you 50 more because I wouldn't want them myself, but enjoyed the day and keep going and keep traveling. I'm finally converting Janet, I think, to cruising. So have a great time and have a great year, and all the best, everyone. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hi there, Tony and Nancy. A little fairy joined us a while back, and
these are the Conackers calling.
Said a
Jim
special
and Mary
message.
Conacher.
Anyway, isn't that fun to hear, Jim, too? Anyway, we understand you're celebrating 50 years of marriage. Congratulations. We think it's fabulous. The Conackers send our very best wishes for many more wonderful years, and we welcome you to the 50s Club. And now I'm going to let Jim talk.
Well, it's Jim calling. It's Jim Conacher. I'm usually mistaken for Mary Conacher, but which is a little unsettling. I wanted to comment, Tony, about a couple of things. I also want to say, first of all, I hope you had a great cruise. We're looking forward to hearing all about it this summer. I wanted to say that for the 10 years I spent with you, Tony, at Moorgard were spectacular, and that's where I really, really got to know you, other than at the lake. It was a great time with people like Charles Dillingham, if you remember, the lunches we would have and discussing about income trusts, and then the lunches with David King. It was all good. It was a great time, and I'll never forget it. I made a special call to Gary McKay to ask him whether he would put an engine in your Gru. He told me up and down last summer he would never do that because one was enough. But I was able to persuade him that he will put a new engine in your Gru if you would please send him a check for $50,000. I said that would be in the next mail because all you had to do was sell a few shares in Moorgard. Anyway, all the best. Here's Nana, our mayor.
We think of you as special guests, and particularly as we share a very special place, Lake of the Woods. What wonderful memories we carry on through the years, and there's so many memories. It's hard to pick out very many. Nancy and I go back to almost pre-teen years at the lake, and I don't remember too much of it other than we were all there and having a wonderful time. The trips down the lake that we take, of course, and Nancy, your famous dinners that you host every year, which include the most amazing desserts. very special part of the lake.
All the best, you two.
Well, a toast to you both. If we can still get through on this, we seem to have pushed a wrong button. Either we'll do that, or we will check it in and re-record it. Best wishes. A toast to you both on a wonderful golden wedding anniversary. Big hugs from both Mary and Jim. Bye. Hi there, Tony and Nancy. We're supposed to leave our names at the beginning so you know who's calling. It's the Conachers. And we are delighted to be able to call and on the celebration of your 50th wedding anniversary. We do wish you lots more celebrations over the years, and also welcome to the 50s Club.
Well, it's Master Conacher here. It'll sound a little squeaky, like probably a female voice, but I can get over it. Anyway, I just wanted to say that we've had a wonderful, wonderful 50 years knowing you two. Tony, especially over the last 10 years with regards to Moorgard and talking about GRU boats. Moorgard, of course, with some of your buddies like David King and Dillingham. It's been terrific, and I've got to know you really well. We just don't spend enough time on the water fishing. I hope you both had a wonderful, wonderful cruise. Nancy, you and I had a long chat before you left. And how did you like Ha Long Bay? And how did you like being in Hanoi? I mean, I thought it was very special and different. I'd also like to say that that Nana wants to talk about the past and Gastron Bay, and I wanted to also say to Tony that we can get our dear friend to do another engine job on your GRU if you want it done. I had a long chat with him, and he said he'd be more than pleased to do it for some reasonable sum. Over to you, Nana.
And Nana, Mary, whoever, Roscoe, that's me. In speaking to two special, very long-time friends, and I mean that in the nicest way. And, of course, when I think back on things, our relationship really revolves around Lake of the Woods. And as we all go back a great number of years of enjoying summers at the lake as kids, and it was all very special, and I remember them well. One of the interesting evenings or weekend we actually had was we all decided to go down to Astron Bay, we being the Conachers and the Stevens and somebody else.
Was it another couple?
Yeah, I can't remember. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we were going down to Astron Bay, and I think Nancy thought we were going to be camping out because she took enough bedding down with her to last her about a week, including pillows and etc. And was a little bit shocked to discover that we actually did have beds with appropriate blankets, etc., indoors. It was not an outdoors trip. We also had a great time on the water in our GRUs, getting somewhat lost on the trip home, but got it all straightened out. And another thing I'd like to mention, Nancy, is your very famous roast beef dinners, all the way, bringing roast beef all the way from Thunder Bay. And
or Toronto, or wherever.
But she does it at Thunder Bay sometimes, Jim. And, of course, the very delicious desserts. We will all remember those with fond memories and hope maybe she'll do it again. Right, Nancy? Anyway, we wish you well.
I'd like to close on behalf of both Mary and I and to say that we're so looking forward, Tony, to the most spectacular evening on the Lake of the Woods in the Grace Anne to celebrate your 50th anniversary. We think that I'm sure we'll be on the guest list, and we will hope that we maybe should bring some props or instruments or something. I'm looking forward to being involved and consulted by you as to what the evening will be and how we'll deal with it. But we are so looking forward to it. We're not going to be there until the middle of August, I guess, maybe the end of August. So would you please reserve the Grace Ann for a time about the last week in August? That would be really good as far as the Conachers are concerned. Anyway, happy anniversary.
And as usual, we let Jim have the last word.
Bye.
So, bye for now. Big hugs.
Hello, Tony and Nancy. Congratulations on your 50th anniversary, which proves your love and respect for each other. You have my admiration, and I think I am not the only one. The fact is there is no foundation, no secure ground upon which people may stand today, if it isn't the family. If you don't have the support and love and caring and concern that you get from a family, you don't have much at all. Love is so supremely important. Love you, Sharka.
Hi, Nancy and Tony. This is Denek from Czech Republic. I wish you all the best for your 50th anniversary, and I wish you all the best. You are a really great people, and I love you, and I will never forget the times I spent with you at the cottage. It was absolutely fabulous and amazing, and I simply love you. Enjoy your time. Bye.
Hi, Stevens. It's
Steve,
Marla,
Will,
and Courtney,
calling to wish you a very happy 50th wedding anniversary. I was trying to think of a story or two to share on this special occasion, but truth be told, I feel like my entire childhood was one big story, including the Stevens family. So rather than share a story, I'd like to thank you both for letting me be your fifth child. It certainly made my childhood more interesting. All the best for many more years of love and laughs. XOXO.
Hi, Nancy and Tony. It's Nikki. Happy anniversary. My goodness, 50 years. It just seems like yesterday. And, you know, if I close my eyes, we still look the same. It's too bad they have to open up. Anyhow, here's to many, many more. I have lots of memories, you guys on the boat. There's just so many of them. And I don't know that you want your kids to hear them all. So here's to many more years, and have a great day. Love, Bryce and Nikki.
It's the Gorleys.
Dear Nancy and Tony,
congratulations on your 50th wedding anniversary. Think we have known you for maybe 65 years?
You are our dearest friends, and for good reason.
You have made our time at the lake the best fun, and our trips with you just terrific.
So many wonderful memories of those times we were together. The soot in the hot tub on the Marco Polo, the room invasion in Vienna by the Orthodox Jewish gentleman who got Nancy screaming from her bed and Tony taking chase from the toilet, Nancy's tripping into the lake at Kathy and Dawn's boat slip, and years of heading off teenagers' follies with boat shadowing in the wee hours.
You are generous and caring, funny and very sincere.
We love you,
Marilyn and Dave. Bye.
Hi, Tony and Nancy. It's Paul and Carol Hill. What a thrill and what an exciting moment. You know, you're joining the same club that Carol and I just joined ourselves. We had our 50th anniversary December 28th, and we had all 10 grandchildren and 5 children and spouses, and we went to Cancun, Mexico to an all-inclusive for 10 days, and everybody had a wonderful time. So we greatly appreciate that there are people like yourselves, wonderful people, that have kept your marriage together, kept your family together, and been such a strong contributor not only to your family, but your city, your province, and indeed our country. This kind of not only commitment, but this contribution that you've made is extremely important in today's world. So, Tony and Nancy, we really would like to share this moment with you, and we wish you all the best. And we're very, very excited and happy to have participated in this call. So Carol is going to just say a few words here, and it'll be much more elegant than mine.
No, it's not about eloquence, but I just want to say how I've treasured our friendship through the 40 years of being at the Lake of the Woods. This marks the 40th year that Paul and I have been at Kipling Island with the gathering of our family, growing up and getting launched and coming back, and what holy ground that is. And congratulations on your lifetime love affair. We both know that it's hard work and it's a spiritual workout, but it's also the greatest living legacy that we can give our children. And, you know, as the Dalai Lama says, every smallest act of love helps repair our broken world. And you two really, really are master builders in creating a masterpiece of love in your family and in your community around you. So I echo what Paul says, and we wish you many years together to keep doing what we all love and admire. Amen.
Tony and Nancy, we're looking forward to seeing you this summer and personally giving you both a big hugs so that we can share a wonderful summer together with our families, of course. So we know that you'll have a wonderful year and a wonderful celebration. It's great to have the opportunity to send this message. Bye, Tony and Nancy.
Happy 50th anniversary, Tony and Nancy. It's Nancy Roberts. What a milestone. Wow. I'm just realizing that you have been married as long as I have been alive, actually. Although we didn't really meet until I was almost a teenager. But I feel that we always had a connection. You see, you lived in Winnipeg, in River Heights, on Waverly Street. And then you moved to Toronto about the same time that my family left Toronto and moved to Winnipeg, to River Heights. And we also lived on Waverly Street. Strange. If it wasn't for Lake of the Woods, we never would have met. In fact, Kim and I always say that. We never really should have met. But Lake of the Woods was our connection. And, of course, that dock that apparently floats away every single year. So my fondest memories of Nancy and Tony are definitely in those summers we spent at Lake of the Woods, just an island away. I have to start with Nancy because, of course, meeting Nancy Stevens for the first time was probably the most dramatic thing for a teenage girl to go through. You were on a mission to find your dock that apparently, I never did get this, but it would, with the ice or the water, the dock that you pulled the laser up on floated away every year. And so you had to go searching for it. So it only floated around one island, Abbott's Island, and floated up onto Gibson's beach area. And, of course, my brother found it and wanted to extend it off the boathouse dock. And why couldn't we do this? And my dad said, there's rings nailed to this dock. It belongs to someone. So we waited and we waited. And Paul was relentless in wanting to hook this up and extend it off the boathouse dock. And so my dad said, okay, well, no one's come by and, you know, no name on it. And if after the long weekend, if no one's come by and claimed it, then yes, you can. Because everyone's up by then. Well, the Stevens arrive a little bit later. after the long weekend. And I think it was seriously the next day, after we had nailed this thing to the boathouse, Nancy Stevens showed up the next morning. And, you have our dock was basically, she was very firm and demanding that this dock be detached from the boathouse. And, of course, I met her, and I was probably bug-eyed and silent and just staring at, Nancy. You have to picture that. Nancy, can you remember your turquoise blue bathing suit, and you carried your cigarettes under the bathing suit strap? You had a cigarette in your mouth, sunglasses on, your dog Shane jumped out of the boat and ran up onto the island, and then you asked me how old I was, and that I had a daughter about your age, and I needed to come over and meet her. I was terrified. Of course, my parents made me go over and help drag this dock back, but I was expecting to find a miniature version of Nancy, and I find this quiet little girl with her Oshkosh Bagosh little train conductor's hat on, and, well, needless to say, I pretty much moved in there. Lived at the Stevens. They welcomed me unconditionally, and Nancy, that's the part about you that I love. You have your rules. You have your rules, and people cannot break those rules. But you know what? You follow those rules. Anyone is welcome, anytime, open arms. You have a big family. You open your home to even more people, and we love you for that. But I just have so many memories of trying to learn the rules too. But the fondest one is that you and I, got through some stuff over the years, and you were the worrier, and Tony was the calm, cool, collected. But I think he had the final say. I think you knew that. Everybody knew that. I think Nancy, even you could admit that. For the day-to-day stuff, you were for sure in control. But I think if the hammer was lowered and Tony had his final say, that was the end of it. That was, he was firm but fair, some might say, but I would say that he was fair and in a friendly, non-judgmental way. Always open to discussion and, playing even devil's advocate, if you will. Always a smile on his face. So silently he could be firm, and trust me, that was not to be questioned. If Tony had that final say, you wouldn't dare question it. But I think that that's part of their balance, the two of them. Nancy, we used to joke that you had the safety rules down pat. You had, kids couldn't go out in a storm. There was lightning, bad weather, wear your life jackets, you have lights, you have this. You ingrained that in me, and which I have, since taught my boys. But you could certainly come out in a lightning electrical storm to pick up your girls because you were so worried, but we couldn't go out in weather like that. But hanging out with Kim and Di in the bunkhouse and for that entire summer was the start of something pretty wonderful. And I'll never forget how I was welcomed, and Kim and I stood the test of time, that we're still best friends after so long. But the two of you and how you welcomed me and still welcome me into your life. I could go on with some funny stories of, locks on the freezers, and I guess we weren't allowed to have any milk products. No milk. The ice cream had a lock on the freezer, and but on the other hand, you had buns and salami. Was it summer sausage? Anyway, and cheddar cheese and cucumber, and we would make these awesome sandwiches after swimming all day long. And you just did that for us, and it was the hangout. And I mean, I know you love the hangout because you both love your social people, and you love your family being around. But there's some very comical anecdotes to all of that over the years. and obviously a famous one is the dock parking. You know, I can remember years of pulling up and seeing, well, first of all, Joe and Andy's, houseboat parked on the main dock, the front dock, and, I knew that I couldn't be around that, so I would go around the side and I'd park on the side, and, so-and-so had to get their boat out, or so-and-so was coming in, and I'd have to move from the back dock, and so it was always an issue. It was a bit of a joke, actually, because I would flip a coin as to where I should park, and I would, Nancy, truly, I was trying to find the right spot till I finally just gave up, and I started beaching it on the little beach at the back by the boathouse. And it was just easier in my little 9.8, flying along, lift, tilt, kill the engine, beach it. And I was never asked to move my boat again. So those are the little jokes, and our joke was the time, I think it was Margot Leach that parked actually across a slip, which, by the way, I never did, and blocked, I think it was your boat. And you had asked her so politely to move that boat that I lost it, because every time you would, yell at me to come and move my boat, move your boat, you're parked in the wrong spot, we need to get out. And so it was so funny, because it's like I left that child and became an adult in your eyes, because that day I barked back and I said, you have got to be kidding. You yell at me all these years and you ask her so nicely, and all you did, you looked at me and you laughed at me. And it was like this rite of passage. All of a sudden, I wasn't the kid anymore, and we had sort of crossed over with each other, and I wasn't scared of you anymore. And it was, I remember that fondly, very fondly. But, mainly I want to just say how you've been like a second family to me, and the two of you have touched a lot of people. You balance each other out so well, and, I think that's why you have stood the test of time. But I really just want to say congratulations, happy anniversary, enjoy your memories, embrace this happy time. Feel the love of your family and friends on this special day, because they love you very much. We all do. Take care. Bye.
Happy 50th anniversary, Aunt Nancy and Uncle Tony. It's me, Renee. How many people can say to their friends, do you want to swim over to Aunt Nancy's with me today? I'm not sure how old I was the first time I swam over to your island, but I wanted to let you know that it had always been a highlight of my summer when I arrived and was greeted by the two of you on the dock. I would climb up the ladder, and almost magically you both would appear. Summer was now officially started. As the years and decades went by, there were always others in tow. Both of you, Nancy and Tony, have always been so welcoming to me, and then to Lee, Drew, Madeline, and Shannon. Thank you for that, and it means a lot. Each summer, it has always given me a good feeling to know that both of you are just across the way. Your cottage and dock are the first thing we see each day when we look out the window or on the dock. We do wonder about the binoculars that you keep hanging at your front door, though, especially while we're skinny dipping. One of my favorite childhood memories of you, Nancy, is you always being in bare feet, and even when we'd come over for a family dinner. I don't know why this stuck with me over the years, but it did. You were never afraid to be yourself, and I like that. Tony, I think you can guess at one of my favorite memories of you is the day you came over with Kate to help rescue the baby ducks that were trapped in the skirting in the boathouse. You have such a wonderful way with your grandchildren and are so patient and calm. They are very lucky to have you there to show them the way. Well, I do hope you have a wonderful anniversary. Lee and I and the kids are thinking of you and wish you the best. See you on the dock. Love, Renee.
Oh, happy anniversary, Nancy and Tony. It's your dear friend, Betty. We've had a lot of fun over the years, and I have to thank you, Nancy, for dragging me on that first trip to China. That was the first of many great adventures. And Tony, although I like being wife number 2, I am still waiting for my house. All the best. Bye.
Happy anniversary, Grand Grandpa. It's Zach. And one of the many common things that we have together is the cottage. if you guys didn't own the cottage, that means my parents would have never known about it. That means I wouldn't be able to spend my summers there. So happy anniversary, Gary and Grandpa, and I'll see you at the cottage soon. Bye.
Hi, Tony and Nancy. It's Doug.
And Peggy.
Can't believe that it's 50 years. Time flies. You don't look old enough to have been married that long. And we have many happy memories. And Peggy wants to start off because, as usual, women are the boss.
Hi, guys. Nance, I was thinking that the first time I met you was when Tony was an usher at our wedding for Doug. And then we discovered that our fathers had been the same class at RMC. Tony and Nancy, we have enjoyed many great times with you guys at Lake of the Woods, Florida, and cruising. In Florida and the Lake of the Woods, Nancy, you always were a great provider, with Tony driving the mode of transportation. On land, lake, or sea, you've always had well-defined roles. When cruising, Nancy, you're a master at working the ship. And we were always known as, you were Nancy's friends. This has meant that we've had a lovely time with you whenever we've had any of those get-togethers, and we'll always enjoy it. Here's Doug.
Tony, I remember when we were little kids and we took the 3.5 on the Kontiki and we headed south. We were heading for Ward, I think, but anyway, we got as far and there was this big green palace, and we wondered who the rich people that lived in that green palace. What we didn't know was that you would marry the princess from the palace and you'd live happily ever after. So happy anniversary. We'll look forward to seeing you our next trip, Ireland.
Hi, Tony and Nancy. Michael and Gail Dennehy congratulate you on your 50th wedding anniversary. We are so glad that the McLeans introduced us to you many years ago and that you became our good Lake of the Woods friends from Toronto. We have many memories of great dinners together with the gang, Thanksgiving dinners, picnics out on the island, boat cruises, and of course, Royal Hour at the Yacht Club. We have watched our children and grandchildren grow to love the lake as much as we do. May you enjoy many more happy years together. P.S. Tony has been a great addition to the annual Dennehy fishing trip. Again, Mike and I wish you all the best, and may you have many more happy years together. Thank you.
This is from to Tony and Nancy from Joe and Carolyn. Both of you are our oldest friends. Nancy, you so much older than I. I remember you over at with the older girls at Uncle Frank's dock with Scooter and Dito, maybe some older girls, while Tanny, Nikki, and Ann were swimming with the young boys at my house. I wish Jolly was with us with his memory. How Tony was able to cross that water and snag the prettiest girl of them all. Jolly asked me if we should call you Nancy or Miss Bullman, being, of course, your age differences. Then I remember Tony trying to impress your dad by running the Christie and Jay into your dock on your first date or first yacht club dance. There are so many wonderful times on the Christie. I'm looking for pictures that I might give you this summer. We'll see what I come up with. And here's to the prettiest girl of them all, Carolyn.
Thank you, dear. One of many in Joe's world, lucky fellow. I first heard about the Bowmans from my old school chum, Fran Abbott, but I never expected to actually meet one, never mind add her to my list of best friends. Then I heard that you had married the young boy down the beach from me. Way to go, girl. It worked out so well for you that I decided to follow your example, and that was 34 years ago. You and I, along with our young consorts, have enjoyed some wonderful times with trips and picnics on our beloved Lake of the Woods. and we look forward to making many more of those happy memories together. It is March, and we're already counting the days. Happy 50th anniversary to you both, with lots of love from Joe and from me.
Hi, Tony and Nancy. This is greetings from Sal. Happy 50th anniversary. It's hard to believe that 50 years have passed. I remember how happy you were, the beautiful weather, and everything about the wedding was well planned. I wish you many more wonderful celebrations. See you at the lake. Bye-bye.
Hey, it's Sue Graham from Winnipeg. Nancy and Tone. Wow. Congratulations. I remember your wedding, the pre-parties as well. What a fun time it was. 50 years is an awesome achievement, and this is speaking from one who knows. Congratulations to you both, love, Susie. See you soon. Bye.
Hello, Tony and Nancy. It's Norm and Jocelyn calling to congratulate you on reaching a milestone of 50 years of married bliss. We are not surprised at your longevity of 50 years of sleeping together. People at your wedding said that Tony is such a great guy that big money was bet that your life together would span many decades of happy times. They were right. People at the wedding also said that you're nice too, Nancy. Nancy, Jocelyn and I do not agree with some people who have the perception that some of your guy friends like you only because of your expertise at cooking fantastic roast beef. On the other hand, it's been noted that some of the ladies in the group have no comment with regard to your roast beef dinners because they know that you have set the bar so high that they cannot compete with your culinary skills at preparing the king of roasts. When we look back on our friendship, it includes you hosting us at your home in Toronto and a week ending in the winter at your cottage at Lake of the Woods. Tony, you and I freezing our ass off ice fishing in the middle of March with Milt, the mighty fisherman. Busting our butts with a hand auger to make a hole in the ice after climbing over snowdrifts is one thing, but to catch no fish makes you wonder if Uncle Milt has all his marbles in place and ask the question, is he really your friend? Which reminds me of your one and only hunting trip when you tripped and fell on an expensive gun that you'd borrowed and broke into 2 pieces. You will recall that was the old lady's pothole just north of Strathclair. We put you in the back of the truck and told you to stay there until the shoot was over. To comfort you, we gave you 2 aspirin and a bottle of scotch, which we knew you would not drink. Otherwise, Milty would never have given it to you. We took you to the doctor after the morning shoot to check you out. You never came hunting again. Why? Jocelyn and I have really enjoyed your company on many cruises on our beloved Lac de Bois, as Jocelyn calls it. We are always impressed with Nancy's navigational skills. It's amazing that Nancy is always right. Tony, we think that you are a very capable navigator, and Nancy does too. She just thinks that you should pay more attention to her and try harder. You are indeed a very special couple, and Jocelyn and I appreciate our friendship. We look forward to seeing you at the lake, and we wish you a very, very happy 50th celebration, and wish you all the best of good health and happiness in the future. Take care and have a great party. Bye-bye.
Dear Nancy and Tony, it takes 2 special people to make a loving pair. There's a joy just being around you, a feeling we love to share. We send anniversary wishes to you for years of joy and pleasure. May each year keep getting better, with memories to treasure. We send glad congratulations and heartfelt wishes too, for joyful happiness and love in everything you do. Love,
Bob,
Daisy, Brittany, Tiffany, and Lincoln.
Hi, Nancy and Tony. This is Robert and Susan and Carolyn and Anna Bowman. Just wishing you the best on your 50th wedding anniversary. I'm sure that we'll see you at the lake this summer, and so many of our memories about the Stevens family pertain to the lake. Whether it's swimming around the island or chopping down trees or canoeing. And Nancy and Tony, you do have to give us warning next time when we're suntanning in the dock with nothing on that you are going to be doing that. And the most recent memory, I think, which is great, has been your support of the kids and Susan and I trying to keep the big camp operational and open. And it's great when you say to us that you've heard that there's been a party going on next door, and they're one of those rare weekends when we're down, and that you're so happy to hear the noise and everybody having a good time. And with everything that's transpired this winter, and we hope that we will be able to be in a position to bother you with noise on a regular basis from this summer going forward. So, as I say, all the best, and we look forward to seeing you again this summer. Have a happy anniversary. Bye-bye.
Hi, Tony and Nancy. It's Joan Richardson. Congratulations to you both. And this is a wonderful day for you, and I'm glad to add a few comments to one of the happiest married couples I know. Although my connection is more with Tony and his philanthropic venture to save the Lake of the Woods for his grandchildren and everybody else, Nancy is always the one that's cheerfully standing on the dock, waving goodbye, allowing him to go off to one of those thriving metropolises like Roseau, Badette, International Falls, better known as The Falls. But Tony and I have spent many hours in cars driving to meetings, solving not only the problems of Lake of the Woods, but the global economic situations, most problems involving children, including our own. These and, the other one we always did was how to reinvent Tuvers, but unfortunately we're too late on that. It's now been done. These trips usually end up in some bar with plying some senior bureaucrats and politicians with cheap Chardonnay and then very large tankers of beer when we pick up the bill. But somewhere along the way, Tony picked up a road map of the area at some American gas station that sells corn dogs, nachos, as well as cheap gas. No matter where we are, whether it's Ottawa, Toronto, Couchiching, he hauls out his tattered road map, and to show everybody where the lake is. That's the first thing he wants them to know. And his finger points to all the highlights of the lake and why they should be saved and what the issues are, and he can show where the waters from the headwaters out of the mining and the sandy areas on this south shore and the Canadian shield forests of the north. But it's important for him to make sure that map is out, and Todd and I just roll our eyes. From this, we have learned that Tony is a visual learner, and he has used the same technique to show us how much he loves his wife and is always there for his family. You'll always see him saying, love you, giving them a hug, wishing them the best. He is verbal, and he is visual. So, once more, congratulations again, and this summer we will drink some good Chardonnay as we toast the success of the foundation and your marriage. Take care, guys. Love you both.
Nancy and Tony, happy anniversary from Kathy and Don Howe. I can't believe you two have a 50th wedding anniversary, but I know it'll be a happy one, and we wish you all the very best of health, happiness, everything. And perhaps at this summer at the lake, maybe we can use our sleeping bags and go on that wonderful boating trip down the lake. And I promise, Nan, we'll give you and Tony plenty of space so you can re-celebrate your anniversary. Happy, happy, happy anniversary to both of you, and lots of love from both of us. Bye for now.
Hi, Nancy and Tony. It's Susie and Graham Lount down in Naples, sunny Naples, Florida. And I wrote you a little poem for your very special anniversary. And it goes like this. Roses are red and violets are blue. Tony and Nancy for 50 years true. 4 wondrous kids, they're all so delightful. Add up the grandees, it can be quite a trifle. Kenora, Toronto, and Winnipeg too. Your friends are many because you are you. So love to you on this special day. We look forward to seeing you this coming May. And that's cheers from Susie and Graham. And we send you our love. And Nancy, I can't help but think of your dating, prolific dating in first-year university. Anyway, sweetie, that's my memory, and I giggle about it every time I think of you. I didn't date as much, so it wasn't as much fun. Anyway, sweetie, both of you, we wish you the best. 50 years. Isn't it a trial? Can you believe it? I cannot believe that we've all been married that many years. But anyway, look at all the things that we've gained and the children and the grandchildren and all the fun we have. We look really forward to seeing you in Kenora, and we will see you in May. Okay, bye-bye.
Hi, Nancy and Tony. It is your son-in-law, David, calling, and I'm here congratulating you both on the wonderful occasion of celebrating your 50th golden anniversary. I've had the pleasure of knowing closely many couples who've reached this important milestone, and certainly know none who are as young in both age as well as spirit as the two of you. I did not know you 50 years ago, but I suspect that even back then, you both shared the same qualities and interests you still exhibit together today. Those are optimism, humor, wanderlust, kindness, and a passion for friends, family, and cottaging. But in fact, I did know you 20 years ago, and I recall thinking the first time I met you both how cool you were, considering how old you were, and how fun it was to hang out with you both. Actually, the scary thing is you were about the same age that I now am. But even then, you struck me as having a real partnership in every sense of the word. And while you both share the same goal of providing a happy, prosperous, and stable family life, you both take on different yet complementary roles to achieve this goal. Your talents may not be exactly the same, but you always rely upon each other unequivocally to ensure that the running of the home, as well as making a living, are both performed with the same high levels of skillfulness. Even your pastimes, friendships, and hobbies are seamlessly taken care of through this same well-balanced partnership, and it is without doubt that the reason that you've been so successful thus far in life's journey together. And the fact that you both enjoy the same pastimes together is a reflection of how happy you still are spending lots of time together. I'm not sure how many couples would be content, for instance, spending a month living in a boathouse together during the off-season, or traveling the world together without the company of other friends to distract you. Yet you both do, given the opportunity. The solid union you have both built over the past 50 years goes beyond just the two of you. You draw in friends and family alike who truly want to spend time with you whenever possible, because it really is a pleasure to do so, and even more so when you are together. This is why your children build nearby houses and cottages and visit frequently, and only marry partners who ski and cottage. In fact, one of your kids even lets you live with her still. I'm very fortunate to be part of this family, and I'm happy to be able to congratulate you on your mutual achievement of reaching your golden anniversary. If the next 20 years goes as quickly as the last 20 years, I look forward to saluting you both at that time on your platinum anniversary. Yes, I had to look that one up. I didn't know what it was. Wishing you many more years of happiness, health, and adventures together. Lots of love, David.
Hey, Grandma and Grandpa. It's me, Kate, your granddaughter, your eldest granddaughter. Happy anniversary. Yeah, this is really great. I love you guys so much. You guys had my mom, which is really great because, you know, I'm in the world, and you guys have always been there for me, and I love you guys very much. So I hope that you guys had a great anniversary. Love you. Bye.
Hey, it's Ben. I just wanted to congratulate you on your anniversary. It is now your 50th, which is very special. I hope that my parents also make it that long. And I'm sure that you guys have very many stories. And I would also like to say thank you for Carla for making this possible so that I can say all these wonderful things. And let's hope that you make it longer.
Hello, Mom and Dad. This is your daughter, Diane, calling to wish you a very happy anniversary on this incredible milestone of 50 years. Congratulations. Your children are certainly proud of you, and let's all hope we all get these neat anniversaries, and that you'll have many more to come. It's exciting to have parents who stuck it out, because I know a lot of the times were fun, but I think having 4 kids must have been a little challenging too. And in reflecting on what made you guys such a strong couple, as you continue to be, is probably how positive you both are. And I think you've certainly tried to pass it on to your kids, and I know we try to live by it. But to always look at all the positives in life and try not to worry so much about the negatives, but also your incredible sense of adventure between your cottages and your boating and now your cruising and the ski chalets, that there's always fun things to do out there. So congratulations. We're all so proud of you, and we look forward to celebrating with you. Happy anniversary.
Hi, Nancy.
And Tony. Half a century of gold and sunshine. Half a century of golden smiles.
And golden merriment and laughter are what we wish for you as you celebrate this milestone in your life together.
Happy golden wedding anniversary.
From Jean
and Ed in Calgary.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Stevens. It's Kelly Milton Doyle. I want to let you know that I think you're the most generous couple I've ever met. You've always opened up your home to me. Even the time that I was coming over and I actually opened up your back sliding glass door and the police came. That was rather embarrassing. I have had great times up at your cottage. After Dave and Diane's wedding, you were like incredible hosting all of us and all the great parties and food. You always go full out for everybody. Wonderful times on your beautiful boat, even allowing me to be the peacemaker when you guys were all having full family wars. Fun times at the chalet. I remember one year you had so many people coming up. Instead of declining me, you offered me the sauna suite, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And lastly, when Mark and I were recently up at Lake of the Woods and the Tolstoys were sick, you picked us up on the boat most days, took us on tours, brought us in town, and again, you were always there for us. Thanks for always making me feel like part of the family. Happy 50th to an incredible couple. I love you more than anything. Thanks for being you. Love you. Bye.
Hello, it's Drew Stevens, the youngest of the Stevens children and favorite son. Mom and Dad, I wanted to congratulate and tell you how much I love you too and how great it is that you're celebrating your 50th anniversary. I will always have fond memories of our family drive to the lake, opening the cottage and working with Dad in the boathouse to get all the boats ready. Dad, you're a great teacher showing me the ways to open and close the boathouse. Mom, I always think about the summers that just you, Shane, and I would head to the lake and you would drive the whole way. I was thinking how I would agree to listen to Hooked on Classics and let you smoke in the car so we could drive throughout the night and get to the lake just a bit earlier. You have been wonderful parents and even better grandparents. Ava, Sarah, and I love you very much.
Alva Edgar. Dear Tony and Nancy, congratulations on your fabulous 50th anniversary. I recall so many fun times, lots of laughs, and visits up and down the street. It was great to have a second home for Marla with Carla during their rambunctious early days. Dinner parties, visits to the lake, many New Year's Eves together, time in Collingwood, and all of it wonderful. You are both longtime great friends. I wish you good health, happiness, great travels, and fun together as you enjoy these busy days with your family and grandchildren. Love from Alva.
Hi, Tony and Nancy. This is your sister Sue, and I'm calling to wish you congratulations. Wow, what a special occasion. 50 years of wedded bliss for Tony and Nancy. I have to admit that's quite an accomplishment in this day and age. Nancy, I can remember the very first time I met you. It was many years ago, and Tony had driven you down to the lake, and you came charging into the cottage, and I was just a young teenager, and I was just blown away by your confidence and your beauty, and I thought, wow, she is really something. And Tony, you have always been the best brother any girl could possibly imagine or want ever. Now, at this point, I'm not going to bring up the snake throwing episode. It sort of ruins the ambience of the situation here. So we'll just move on. Anyways, so I remember the two of you starting off in that little house on Cordova, and I remember spilling a gallon of paint all over your beautiful wood floors while I was supposed to be painting and helping you out. I caused more problems. But anyways, you guys have progressively grown in your success over the years and moved up on the scale. And one of the things that I remember or know about the both of you is your hospitality and your graciousness to everybody who comes into your house or into your lives. You always treat them with such grace. So that's a real beautiful attribute to have. And the success that I was speaking about when I talked about how you've grown over the years is not in monetary means, but in the fact that you have such a wonderful family, you have friends, and you have each other. And now you have beautiful grandchildren, and it's just a huge legacy. So I'm very proud of both of you, and I'm very proud to be part of the Stevens family. So with that, I'm going to send tons of love and affection, congratulate you both on such a momentous occasion, and I pray for God's blessings on both of you. So have a wonderful day. Congratulations. Love, Sue.
Hi, Nancy and Tony. Anton here. What an incredible achievement to have been able to stand being with the same person for 50 years. You've shared your lives with each other, and together you have witnessed so much. During the last 50 years, the world has seen the invention of the Band-Aid, something I'm sure you used plenty of back when your kids were young and reckless. And the invention of the condom, which I'm sure you sometimes wish you had have used when those same kids became reckless teenagers. Thankfully for all of us, you didn't, and your kids grew into great adults who could experience the very same love and frustration with their own children. Together, you've seen the dawn of a new global world, a world connected in real time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And together, you know that even with all of that, escaping it all for a few moments of peace together is still the most real and important connection we can make. Cheers on 50 years together and raising a great and happy family. Happy anniversary, Tony and Nancy.
Hi, Nancy and Tony. This is son-in-law number 2. Я вас поздравляю за 50 лет. Or in English, congratulations on hitting the 50-year mark. You know, in this day and age, that's a miracle. And, that got me thinking. I wanted to discover what magic enabled the two of you to reach this fantastic milestone. So I undertook an extensive review and investigation of your relationship. In the end, you know what? It came down to two things. Thing one, it turned out that very early in his marriage, Tony developed selective hearing. It's worked wonders for his relationship, as Tony only chooses to hear Nancy's compliments. Thing two, turned out to be that Nancy manages the household funds and constantly reassures Tony that she spends nothing on herself and is super frugal. There it is. Your secret's out. Happy 50th and many more.
Good morning. It's Kimberly Hutchinson here, and I'm calling to wish Nancy and Tony Stevens absolute congratulations on your 50th wedding anniversary. Wow, you two certainly have a lot to celebrate. 4 beautiful and talented and successful children, 4 beautiful grandchildren, a life of plenty to be sure, and most importantly, excellent health overall. So today on your very special day, Bogdan and I wish you and your entire family all the very best of excellent health, safety, and happiness today and in the future. So congratulations once again, and enjoy your celebration today. All the best. Bye now.
Hi, Tony and Nancy. It's Scoot and Milt, phoning from Florida. So we have an early memory of your life together, and that was when you, Nancy, admitted to us that you finally had a date for the Yacht Club dance. Remember that? About summer of 62, maybe? And how you bragged to us that he was a much younger guy. And we all know that guy was you, Tony, right? Way to go. As we had chased boys for many years, and finally here was the one. Anyway, the rest is history. We have to tell you, too, that we also really enjoyed our trip to the BVI with you and the girlies, celebrating our 60th birthdays. That was just perfect. That was so much fun, and we had a real ball. We learned a lot from Tony and Dave about how to sail and navigate, etc., and we sure had fun in that boat. Anyway, there's many other things we could say, and this is it for now, really. Congratulations on your 50 years together, and may we all have many, many more. Enjoy those lake days, eh? Anyway, cheers for now, and love, Scoot, and Milt. So, bye for now, and congrats again. Bye-bye.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad. This is your eldest calling on 50 years of marriage and parenthood. Okay, 49 on parenthood. Recently, I have been going through the photo albums, neatly labeled thanks to Mom, where you're both surrounded by friends and family. You began an incredible journey when you both said I do, and fortunately had 4 great kids who joined your adventure. I remember in our 20s when you would try heading up to Penetang Machine, solo for the weekend. We would line up our bags at the front door, letting you know that we were ready to go and bringing friends. Thanks for setting a great example and always being there for us. Love ya. Congratulations, Mom and Dad. This is your eldest calling on 50 years of marriage and parenthood. Okay, 49 on parenthood. Recently, I have been going through the photo albums, neatly labeled thanks to Mom, where you're both surrounded by friends and family. You began an incredible journey when you both said I do, and fortunately had 4 great kids who joined your adventure. I remember in our 20s when you would try heading up to Penetang Machine, solo for the weekend. We would line up our bags at the front door, letting you know that we were ready to go and bringing friends. Thanks for setting a great example and always being there for us. Love ya.